got it.
Have you seen that thing? And it's like, you know how Karen is like the older generation, like, you know, it's Karen. That's like the prolific thing.
Yes, but
There's
I
like
don't want to be a version 2 of Karen.
Well, I don't know. Your generation is kind of on track for Jessica being the next Karen.
I feel like Karen is a hater and Jessica is a bitch, and that's the difference.
I don't know. I feel like Karen's kind of a bitch too. And you have self-proclaimed yourself to be both of those things at different times.
Duh, because it's me, Jessica.
It's me, Jessica.
Jessica.
Yes. Hello. Welcome or welcome back to the Life and Other Luxuries podcast. I am Hannah, and I clearly am here with
Jessica.
This is the wonderful artiste behind a majority of the Friday songs at the end of the episode. So I I download them and I put them at the end.
Oh, you're welcome.
She
Royalties.
has a toddler grandson, so she does not have the YouTube app downloaded on her phone. And also because she hates me.
No.
I'm playing. We're having a little pajama party here today with our little iced coffees. Cheers. Boop. Oh my God. It's like actually criminal.
I know. I just feel it going through my veins.
It's just lighting me up. Jessica has been here. I don't call you Jessica, so it's funny to keep calling you Jessica.
Weird
I only call her Jessica if I'm like, Jessica,
tell me the tea.
Yeah, or like, Jessica, what is wrong? Why'd you do that?
Yeah, it's usually just Jess.
Yeah, but so Jess has been here for my birthday. She got here last week, and this is her last day in town.
Heart's broken.
Here's to hoping that Southwest just cancels her flight and she has to live here forever.
Even though it's like a 3-hour drive away.
I'm busy. I can't drive you back, bitch.
We don't speak those words here.
I can't drive you back. You're stuck. So here we are. We're having a little fake slumber party in our pajamas and our little sockies because no free feet pics over here, okay?
You can download my Foot app.
You really can. Or can you still?
Well, I really don't know what it's called, but eventually we'll figure it out.
Yeah. At some point, some way, somehow, we're monetizing those toes, baby.
Yeah, because I get a lot of compliments on my arch.
Ooh.
Yeah. And you do have cute toes too.
I do. Honestly, okay. I have seen this on my Instagram from multiple different women being like, I got such cute toes, like talking about themselves, and they willingly post free feet pics to the gram. And I'm like, I look at their toes and I'm like, I think the fuck not.
Right.
Like not to be a hater, but I'm like, I don't think those are really monetizable toes.
No.
Because I really don't like they have they're too long.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're like, they got one that has got like a major hook in it.
One that like goes over, or the one that has the nails that like crawl down. Or
like if your toes look like they need braces, like.
If you have one toe that's like that one long toe, past the thumb toe.
I
wonder what the scientific names are for our toes.
Digits. I don't know. But yeah, said all that to say, I have pretty feet and some of y'all don't. Even though you think you do.
Y'all better scrub them dogs.
Tough. Okay, so today we are here and I was trying to figure out what to talk about with Miss Jessica.
It's me.
But I was thinking like the premise of girl code, because I just feel like with girl code, you know, like you can meet a woman. For me, I can meet a woman in the bathroom, and if her eyelash is like fucked up, I'm gonna tell her.
Yes.
Or like if something's going on, if she has something in her teeth, I'm gonna tell her because that's a girl's girl. Or if I see your man doing some shady shit, you're getting informed.
Yes. I always say, like, if you have a moco in your nose or something in your teeth and nobody says anything to you, I'm like, that's not your friend. I don't care if I never met you. Like, homegirl,
no.
I got your back.
So, yeah, I think that the premise of girl code is like,
Ellie knows.
Preach. So I think that that's a very important construct, and I think that's what we're going to be discussing here today. So it's a little bit different than my usual episode where I just yap for an unsanctioned period of time, because I actually have prepared for the class today a couple of like Reddit stories where some of these ladies may or may not have broken girl code, and we are going to figure it out, and we are going to judge them.
We'll judge them. We'll dissect them.
We'll dissect them.
Gonna break it down.
And then we're gonna give our thoughts.
And it'll be really interesting because we're from two different generations.
That's true.
I'm only 29.
Right.
But
somehow we have like, how big is our age gap for real?
Somehow I'm like, I don't know, 12, 13 years.
I know, which is weird because I'm 27 and she's 29. But somehow there's like over a decade of difference.
It doesn't make sense.
But math has never been my strong suit. And
Ditto.
I've always said that.
Ditto.
So give me one moment to prepare the girl, honestly. Okay. Now that I have my very captive audience. Am I the asshole for sleeping with a guy my friend is interested in? This is coming from Am I the Asshole 6 years ago from Scarlet Unicorn. So I have a friend. Let's call her Elle. Now, Elle has been interested in one of our mutual friends, Jay, for a couple weeks, but he's not really into her and just wants to chill and be single a bit, as he just got out of a pretty complicated situation with his ex. Last night, I went to a sesh at Jay's place. I don't know what that means. I have thoughts. Anyways, last night I went to a sesh at Jay's place. In parentheses, Elle was already pretty salty she wasn't invited. And come morning, it was just the two of us. One thing led to another, and we ended up sleeping together. I feel like I've broken the girl code here, even though Elle and I aren't hugely close. She confided in me about stuff before, and I consider her a friend. And I know she will be pissed if/when she finds out. Am I the asshole?
Okay, what kind of sesh? I'm assuming some sort of music sesh.
See, I was thinking like a smoke sesh.
It could be both ways. I feel like it could be a combination.
Yeah. But also, okay, I have a few things. One, this girl, Elle, has liked this dude for a couple weeks, so not that long. And he doesn't like her. And if there's some sort of sesh, like she wasn't invited, but you were, I mean, I don't know. But also, what the fuck does that mean? I was invited to a sesh at his place. Come morning, it was just the two of us. What, were y'all like doing drugs all night? Like I'm a little lost.
Yeah, that's really weird. And I also feel like, okay, I don't think she broke the girl code because just because she liked him, I don't think that really means anything. Like maybe if they've gone on dates and they actually hooked up, then yeah, but
sure.
They didn't. Also, why wouldn't she have just invited her friend if they're all mutual friends? Like, oh, just come.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I feel like this was like vaguely premeditated, and like you stayed longest because like, what do you mean? Oh, come morning, it was just us two. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Like, you know that you see everyone trickling out. And also, if it was like, I'm assuming a sesh is like maybe like a kickback, like a party type situation. Like, why did, like you said, why did you not just invite your friend?
Yeah. Like you knew what you were doing. Like there was some motive there.
Yeah, I don't think one thing just led to another and you slept together. So I think you're being deceitful. And I think you intentionally slept with your friend's crush. I don't know if I think that, I mean, it doesn't, I feel like we don't have a lot of information because, like, what if she had been also, like, down and, like, kind of into Jay for a while as well and didn't really say anything, and then Elle suddenly is like, oh, I like her, I like him or whatever.
But, okay, hear me out.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes girls don't like a guy unless their friend likes them, because then it's like a competition and they're just, you're looking at me because you know what I'm talking about, because they're just like ugly people on the inside and they have some ulterior motive. They're jealous of that person and it gives them a ego boost.
So that's how, I mean, that's definitely the vibe that I'm getting from this writer. Because I also don't like how the way that she displaces the blame. Like, oh, it happened to be just us two. Come morning. Like, bitch, you overstayed your welcome. It sounds like you were at this man's house all night and it was just y'all two. And then y'all, one thing led to another. Like, what does that look like? Like, yeah. You want me to hold it for you?
I got it. Again, I don't think code was broken, but I do think she knew what she was doing.
She definitely knew what she was doing. I don't really think she's probably a good friend, even though I don't really see that she broke the girl code. But like you said, had there been dates, had there been even like a situationship, like flirting on DMs or anything that indicated that he actually liked this friend,
right,
then it would be like, bro, like,
right.
But I still think she's shysty.
Very much so. I agree.
Okay, well, Reddit has deemed her the asshole.
I would agree with Reddit.
I agree too, but I don't really think like necessarily.
Yeah, because like I try to think of the situation of how would I feel if I was in that person's shoes, right? Yeah. So let's use Frances as an example.
Okay.
I'm cool with Frances. I know Frances. I would say she's a friend, but she's not like a friend like me and you, right? Mm-hmm. Now, let's say Frances did that to me, to some guy that I'm like, oh, I think he's so cute. Like, I have a crush on him, but we haven't done anything, never acknowledged it with him, and she hooked up with him. I would be like, girl, tell me all about it.
Because also, yeah, that does not mean that Elle can't low-key hook up with him. Like, just because just because OP hooked up with him. OP also, I don't think you're familiar with Reddit, are you?
No.
Okay, OP stands for original poster. So that's like our main character, like our writer of the story. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that because if it's just like a friend, a kind of acquaintance type vibe, it's like.
And that's what she said. She said they're not that close of a friend.
If it was like your best friend, like if we were both single and I did that to you or you did that to me, that would be fucked up. Like, I wouldn't do that. If you told me that you thought someone was, like, if you like them, even if I think they do or don't like you, I wouldn't do anything because we are very close.
Yeah.
Because then I think there's levels to this.
There is levels because I also feel like if that person like made it clear I don't like you the same way, and then if they're like something comes up between the two of you in the future and you're like, hey, Jess, how would you feel about this? Being honest and upfront, I feel like, is what really counts. And you can't be mad if somebody doesn't like you. They don't like you. Like, period. You can't force it.
Okay, so like let's say if you were Elle and like let's say it was us actually. And you liked a dude or just like had a crush on him, but he made it clear he didn't like you. And would you be like cool with your close friend going for it, or would you be salty? Because I feel like I would be salty, honestly.
I would be a little bit salty.
I just think that's hoe shit. Like, a little
I remember that happening to me when I was younger. But I was salty, but then I wasn't salty at the same time because, like, what was I going to do?
It's like that salty where you really don't have any, like, right or, like, stake or, like, claim over the situation, but it's still kind of just, like, I'm more, like, oh, wow, like.
But then also when people show their colors like that, I would rather know what their true intentions are so I can know how to move around them.
Absolutely. And I was just saying in my last week's episode that, like, when people show you who they are, believe them. Don't be that dumbass that has to be explained over and over and over via someone's disrespectful actions. Believe them the first time when they tell you what's going on.
Because we can potentially edit this out, but we both know one of those people.
Okay, let's go ahead and move along. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend that she's not as skinny as she thinks she is? Salacious. Oh. This is posted and Am I the Asshole 7 months ago from Deep Excitement. And then some numbers, but I'm a little dyslexic, so I won't say them. My friends and I are all in our early 20s. We've been friends for years, been there for each other through everything. Things got heated and tense because of an argument that happened when we were all on a girls' trip to California. Girls' trips we make or motherfucking break for real. Okay. My other friend and I have a full figure. I used to have a lot of insecurities surrounding it, but I've accepted it and I've shown it off whenever I feel like it. Life is too short to hate your body. My friend B used to weigh close to me, but she's lost weight over the past year and a half, and I just don't like her new attitude. She is 5'3" like me, so we are both on the shorter side. Before, she was around 165 pounds, and she never wanted to wear anything, only loose or baggy clothes or hoodies. We all tried to help her gain confidence, but nothing worked. She told me she weighs like 125 now when she went to the doctor the other week, and we talked about BMIs and how not accurate it is in this day and age. I put on weight during the pandemic, and she lost it, but it seems to have gotten to her head. During the girls' trip, she was taking selfies in the mirror in her bikini. She was wearing short, glittery dresses, super unlike her, and she also became more flirtatious than before. She's never mentioned her weight loss or even acknowledges it, but she will do passive, subtle things. Like over the past year, she swears she's full after finishing half of her plate. Meanwhile, we all down our meals like always. When we went on our trip, I figured she could just put all that behind her and feast with us. We went to a nice brunch and some Mexican restaurants. I had a few to drink and I asked her why she never eats her food. She said, I don't know, I guess my stomach has shrank. I told her, girl, you aren't as skinny as you think. You still have meat to your bones. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why don't you just let loose with us and not do this to yourself? Then she attacked me, asking me why I even care what she eats. I told her it's because I love and care about her, and it's triggering to people like me who have suffered with disordered eating. And it has me thinking every meal I order now.
She sounds like she's being a hater.
She's a fucking hater.
Because she totally positioned her friend to be the bad guy for losing weight. And then she even said that her friend was insecure and self-conscious about her body before. And now you're like shading her because she has lost weight.
No, you're like, oh, why are you so insecure? And then it's like, why are you so confident? What do you want, bitch?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like when I was younger, I was super skinny and I would always get, are you going to eat all that? You need to put more meat on your bones. And that is very passive aggressive. And just because you're skinny doesn't mean you can't be self-conscious about your weight.
For sure.
Yeah, no, her friend's a hater. I don't think okay, but I also don't think she's wrong for being honest, because maybe she isn't as small. But that doesn't.
She's like 125 and 5'3". Like she's petite for sure.
She is petite, definitely. And you don't have to eat all of your food all the time.
Sometimes you really do get full. And it would be different, I think, if it seemed like she sincerely was concerned about her. Like she was like, it's just triggering for me because I have disordered eating and like stuff like that, which I'm not saying it might or might not be. I don't know. But it's not like you like sat her down privately and said like, hey, I've noticed this change and I just want to make sure you're okay. And I just want to make sure that you're healthy because I love and care about you.
Yeah. She was definitely attacking her because she felt insecure that she needed to validate the reason why she was eating her entire meal.
No, for sure.
Which is not cool. I mean, I think as a true friend, we should be able to have honest and open conversations about things, like you said.
For sure.
Like maybe I was trying to wear a size 2 skirt and you're like, Jess, babe, I love you, but you're not that tiny.
Like, I just don't think that is,
yeah,
that cut is going to flatter you in that size. Maybe let's, figure it out. And I do think, like you said, like, it is kind of your obligation as someone's friend to not let them look stupid by, like, but she's not even saying, like, oh, she looks bad in these bikinis. She's straight up jealous. She's like, yeah, she lost weight and I gained weight. And now, like, she's making me feel bad and she's changed. It's just gotten to her head. Like, why are you so threatened by her confidence? Like,
we need a do hater button.
Yeah, she's a fucking hater for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You need friends like us where you just go and pick a bunch of meals and we all share it. And then that way when we clean the plates, we don't feel guilty about it.
We're just cleaning together.
Yes. It's great. It's sharing is caring.
Sharing is super caring.
What does the Redditors think?
I don't think they like made a final judgment. I seeing a bunch of you're the assholes. I lost a ton of weight. I'm very thin now. I like my body more now. You're mad she lost weight and is more outgoing and confident. It's great that you found confidence in how you look, but don't shame her because she chose a different route to self-love. Yep. I think you're literally just fucking hater and
I don't think her friend was being passive about saying, "Oh, I just don't eat that much anymore."
No, I don't think she was being passive aggressive, and I don't think it's really gotten to her head. Like, she's wearing things she wants to wear. She's like feeling confident. Like, y'all are going out of town to California.
You're on vacation.
Yeah, like you're gonna post your little bikini pics. Yeah. She didn't even say she's like posting it or that she's even. And she says it. She admits it herself. She doesn't even talk about or acknowledge that she's lost weight. It's not like. Because she probably knows that would be kind of rude if she knows that, hey, I just lost a bunch of weight and look, what she feels more confident now than before and you gained a bunch of weight or whatever. Like, she probably knows that would be rude as fuck to be like, I'm just so hot now and sexy and skinny and I'm like Paris Hilton circa 2003. Like,
Yeah.
She seems very respectful and you are not.
Okay, so I have a question along the lines of, I don't know if it's being passive aggressive or not. Okay. But last year, one of my friends was visiting, and her and I used to really be into fitness. We would call each other swole mates type stuff. And then she's put on some weight, and she always complains about it. Like, oh, I need to eat healthy. I need to work out. And she does. I think she has like health issues. And so we were going on a hike and we were preparing the day before. And she's like, oh, I'm going to take this coffee, this Starbucks pre-made coffee. And I was just like, girl, that thing has so much sugar in it. Was that passive? Like, is that a bad thing to say? Because then she was like, oh my God, you're making me feel guilty. I was like, no, if you want to buy it. But I'm just saying it's so bad for you.
I don't think so. First of all, in general, you're very like conscious and you're always like, like when I'm around you, I'm like, it makes me realize how unhealthy I eat because you just eat really healthy. But like, I don't feel bad about it. Like, honestly, I just am like, I never realized how much cheese and sugar I'm fucking eating until you come over. And then I'm like, oh, I'm so bad.
But cheese and sugar is so amazing.
I know. That's why I love myself so much. I have to give myself lots of cheese and sugar. But so, no, I don't think so. And it's not like you're like, if you had said like, aren't you trying to lose weight?
Okay.
Or like, I thought you were trying to get in shape.
Yeah.
Or, oh, you must not be trying to get in shape then. Or something like that. That's passive aggressive. But for you to just, I feel like you would tell me that.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I just can't buy a pre-made coffee drink because they're not as good as fresh coffee.
No, they're just not good.
It's just got so much high fructose corn syrup.
See, she's just concerned.
Naomi calls me what is it? An almond mom?
Yeah, you're a little crunch mom kind of. But I don't think you're like, I don't think that was passive aggressive. Okay. But I do think there's like a problem where sometimes with certain people, it's hard to be like really direct because it's going to hurt their feelings. Like, I know I have friends where like we can say anything and like I can be like, you're being crazy, or I can say whatever, honest. And we can have that relationship. And there's other people who I know I need to, be a little bit more particular with how I word things. And I need to be a little bit more, cautious of their feelings and
Yes.
So I think it just depends, but I don't think that was bad.
Okay.
Personally, but
it literally came to mind as we were talking about it.
But I also think I'm like not really a good person to ask because I've always been on the thinner side, and like same as you, I was definitely like made fun of in elementary school for like, oh, why are you not eating? Aren't you hungry? Like even people like accusing me of having like disordered eating as well, which I never have struggled with. So I think I'm not really like, maybe I'm a little ignorant on the topic too, because I guess I don't know how I would feel. And like to flip the script, like if I didn't eat something at a time when someone else was eating something and they said, something like to the effect of like, aren't you worried about being too skinny or something? I could see that maybe hurting my feelings.
It would make me so mad. And I would say, well, maybe you should eat a salad.
No, okay, because can we talk for a second about the fucking double standard?
Exactly.
Of like, you can tell me that I would look better if I put some meat on my bones, but I can't tell you that Ozempic ain't that expensive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucked up. And like, I have the fucking grace and wherewithal not to say that, even after you tell me that I'm too skinny, because then that's like fucked up of me.
Right. You're the bad guy.
Right.
No.
But yeah, so that shit pisses me off so bad.
It does.
It's like my number one, like, biggest irk. Because it's like just the most obvious double standard imaginable.
Very much so. Like, why can't we just women unite?
No, for real.
Like, just be there for each other.
We say as we're giant haters.
Oh, yeah, I'll be a hater for sure.
Okay. We have to choose between...
drum roll, please.
Am I the asshole for leaving my friend at the club? Or would I be the asshole if I told my friend her lips look bad?
Ooh. I have definitely been in both of these situations.
I know, and it's hard. I kind of vote the lip one, but I will read.
Let's do it.
Okay. Would I be the asshole if I told my friend her lips look bad? From Am I the Asshole, posted 3 months ago by Jazz-like Passenger 27. I have a very close friend who recently started overlining her top lip. Like, really overlining. She has pretty thin lips, and it's painfully obvious that she's basically trying to double her lip size by putting lipstick above her lip. It does not look good, and multiple of my friends have agreed with me that it's too much and not flattering. I brought up telling her, and they said not to, that it makes her happy, and if she thinks it looks good, then that's all that matters. While I agree with them on that, if I were her, I would want someone to tell me that my makeup looked bad. I had a friend gently tell me years ago that I needed to pluck my eyebrows, and it quite literally changed my life. I don't want to hurt her feelings, and how she wants to do her makeup doesn't affect my life. But the majority of our friends think it looks bad. Should I tell her to avoid further embarrassment?
Okay.
And there's an update, but let's get our thoughts first.
My first reaction is we don't pluck our eyebrows, we tweeze them. My mom told me a long time ago.
You are such a stickler on that.
You pluck a chicken, you don't pluck your eyebrows. And that's just something that has stuck with me. So if you're going to talk about her lips, make sure you're talking about the beauty standards correctly.
Oh, excuse us. Can we get back on subject, though? I mean.
All right. Yes. Lips. So when did the Kylie lip kit come back into play? Because I have seen a lot of women really been overlining their lips as of lately.
I will say, I do a slight overline because right on the Cupid's bow, right on the top, and then I connect it with the like actual corner of my mouth, and then one side of my lower lip is a little bigger.
Oh, I've never noticed.
See, this side's like a little bigger than this side. So I overlined just this side of my lower lip to make them even.
Okay.
But if someone told me like, "Hey, girl, I don't know about her. It's not looking as natural as you think it is," I might feel a little hurt, but only because I'd be like embarrassed. Like it would embarrass me, but then like afterwards I would definitely appreciate it.
It's for sure a sore subject, and she has very valid points. This poster, I forgot what it's called. this OP did a really good job articulating the situation.
I feel very clear on what's happening.
Yes. And because she's absolutely right. It doesn't affect her. Her friend is happy. But the problem in play is that everyone agrees that it looks horrible. So do we tell this friend that we think you look horrible, even
we definitely don't gang up on her and all tell her as a group.
Right. But it's so weird because we are kind of in this beauty society right now where the standard is okay, or people think it's okay to overline the lip dramatically, because I've seen some people out there.
I haven't really seen it as much in person, but I know I've seen it on TikTok where people are like, watch me double my lips. And it's like they have a fucking slit with some teeth and then they turn it into,
yes,
you know, a Kylie Jenner situation. And on camera, it looks okay, but then a jump scare from the profile. And I could imagine that in person, it would be super obvious.
And also in 5 years, when she looks back at pictures, she's going to be like, what the hell was I doing?
And she's saying, like, dramatically overline, doubling the size of her lip.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's a lot. And I think that I would need to be informed if that was happening to me, to myself, if I did that.
I feel like this is the same situation as people who do extremely full eyebrows, but that's the look that they like. So really, it would be.
And see, I don't know if I would say anything if I didn't like the way someone did their eyebrows.
It would really be kind of strategy, because if she's happy, then let her live her life. And this is how I would go about it if it bothered me. Like, and if we're that close friends, and I have to imagine at some point you're getting ready together.
Right.
And so in that moment, I'd be like, hey, like, why did you do your lips like that?
Oh
no,
I think that's really, I don't know.
Maybe not like that, but just like be like,
somehow bring it up naturally.
Somehow,
like, let it come up.
Yes.
Maybe you could be like, hey, did you do your lips differently?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and then let them tell you that you overlined it. And then what do you say though? Like, what's the next? How do we social conversational gymnastics our way into, like,
I would say something maybe, what, like, how did you learn that trick? Like, what made you do that?
I feel like I would deflect with, like, humor and be like, did you see that on the TikTok? Or, like, I would just say TikTok silly, so that way it sounds really lighthearted.
Yeah. Or also, another situation would be, what if this person is, actively dating and their dates continue to be like, oh, I don't think it's going according to plan. It's so much easier to be mean to someone that you don't have a relationship with.
For sure. Oh, I thought of something too. Like, I would start, okay, and this is if I don't want to be direct. Because I think with certain people, I really could sit down direct and be like, hey, like, I think it's a little bit more on the noticeable side than probably what you're anticipating, or in this lighting, like in the lighting that's not, the bathroom mirror lighting, it definitely doesn't look as natural as I'm sure you would want it to.
Right.
But I think I would maybe, if I didn't feel comfortable to be direct, I would ask where they got that trick from. And then I would ask, does it not come off? Or like, do you have to reapply it a lot?
Yeah.
Because then maybe they would start thinking like how silly it would look when it's like half on, half off kind of thing.
Yeah, like what happens if you're making out with some guy and then it's just all gone? Oh,
or be like,
hard.
I can't do that because like when I eat, then it would come off and then I would have like half of my lips on. And if it's as overlined as she's saying, then it's like there's a potential that could be like above and then a whole fucking like space where there's not any lip.
Yeah. There's also, unfortunately, there are some girls who just have no lips at all. And so where it just looks so dramatically bad. And I feel like if it's that bad, it's one of those situations. Okay, I've told you about this book before. It's called Never Split the Difference.
Never Split the Difference.
So this FBI/CIA guy, top negotiator, wrote this book about how to just negotiate things in your life. It's an amazing book. And you kind of have to like don't break them down. I'm trying to think of the right word, but you position it in a way that it'll bring their guard down, and they're going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to feel like that." So for example, Hannah, can I tell you something? And I really want to tell you, but I'm afraid that it's going to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, because then you immediately, because I care about you.
Yeah.
I feel bad that you're afraid to tell me something. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe Jess is like nervous to tell me something. She's my friend. She can tell me anything. And then I'm like, of course.
Yeah. And I want you to know that I'm coming from a place of good intent, but, and I know this, I've noticed something different about you lately. And I've heard a few people kind of say some things behind your back about it. And I care about you. And I think that you deserve to know and then tell
about the lip thing.
And
I super love that. And I think that's exactly the right way to approach it. The only thing I wouldn't do, unless I heard people outside of our friend group saying something, like if I heard a passerby at the bar. Oh my goodness.
Yes, immediately as I said it, I thought to myself, maybe not those particular words.
Yeah, maybe not the thing about the friends, because I don't want to like put words in their mouth and throw them under the bus. And then it's like, then we all look kind of like douchebags, because we're all like, oh my God, did you see her channel? Looks so fucked up. Looks like a little Kylie Jenner booty hole. Like, you know. Okay, so there is an update.
Ooh.
But first, I guess we should read like a little bit of the comments. So just a little bit. I told my sister not to draw her eyebrows so high because she looks surprised. So I'll see myself out. It's okay to say it once gently when she is at home and could do something about it. I think that's another thing too. Like when she's already out, it would be kind of hard to be like, girl, take some pictures next time and be sure to get a candid photo from the side or in direct sunlight. Then send her all the photos. People who overline their lips don't realize how weird it looks from the side, and seeing the candid photo in natural lighting might be a wake-up call.
I have a photo of this guy I work with. I used to work with his wife who does it, and she's absolutely beautiful, and it looks so bad. I'll show you.
No,
it's so much, and this is what I'm envisioning as we've been talking about this person.
Let me see it. Oh,
can you see the line?
Fucking duh. Yeah.
And like, look how beautiful she is.
She's so pretty.
And she got the brows.
Is that on her wedding day?
She got the brows and the lashes on top of the lips, y'all. No, this is her at her job. Okay. I think she works in like a med spa.
Oh. If I walked in to get something done and that was the lady, I would have to respectfully see myself out. Ooh, look at her little fucking nice, sexy little Pilates arms.
Oh, yeah. She's
girl.
First thing that came to mind when we started talking about this.
This is why I'm saying that you don't overline the whole entire thing. You only like put a little bit, like barely above the actual line of your lip on the Cupid's bow area, and then connect it to the actual line of your lip, because she looks like a I don't even know. I don't even have words.
Like a clown.
Thank you.
For a lack of better words, a clown.
It's
the eyebrows
similar analogy
are drawn on like 1990s Cindy Crawford, but thick,
real
and
thick.
The eyelashes look like she's gonna fly away.
And I can't tell if it's that much eyelash or if she's also wearing like a very dramatic dark eyeshadow.
I think it's both.
That is so bad.
There has been other photos that have come through. Here's the second one.
Oh my God.
It's so bad.
I am looking at, like, and I'm shit you not, guys, like at least half an inch of like on the side to make.
Because I think she already has naturally full lips.
You can tell that she looks like she has some fillers, which make them protrude even more. So I don't know what's happening here. This is absolutely fucking insane. Okay, the update. Lots of great advice here. If it comes up naturally, then I will say something, but I will probably leave it alone. Also, it seems I'm being labeled the asshole for talking to other friends about it, and I wanted to clear up that the conversation I had was only with my 4 close friends while we were doing makeup, and I brought up, has anyone else noticed X's lip liner? It's really a lot, and I want to say something to her. It was probably a 1-minute conversation that never came up again, and I was in no way trying to degrade my friend for her lip style, but just trying to see if I was the only one who had this opinion. Maybe I am the asshole for that, but I personally hate when people are so quick to condemn gossip when it's something that has been around, literally fueling and sustaining female societal circles for centuries. I did part of my master's focus on gossip within Renaissance social circles, and I'm not going to act like I don't talk about people when they aren't around. And I don't like the comments who act high and mighty, and they are probably guilty of the same thing. Go off, queen.
She is. And you know what? If I can do my master's in gossip, then I'm going to have a PhD shortly after that because I'm here for it.
No, it's important.
It is. Like, have you heard this recently? Somebody said history is really just gossip.
No, literally. How do you even know that that is what happened?
How did you know that Julius Caesar got stabbed in the back because he was having an affair?
How do you know that Christopher Columbus fucked a llama? Or was it llamas? Or was that Napoleon? Someone.
I don't think I heard that one.
That one's totally probably just gossip. But I wouldn't put it past these men to be fucking whatever random animal was on the ship.
Bestiality, gross.
Well, yeah, duh.
But wait. Never mind.
Look it up.
Yeah. No, I'm invested.
You said I'm gonna skim past that. Anyways, so I think this was a good little episode. We'll probably be done with our. Sorry, I could not get this hair out of my mouth.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's kind of hard when you got a baby in your hand too, and a mic in the other.
I know, I'm a busy woman.
She is multitasking. That's what mom stands for. Multitasking, on the go, mothership.
Oh.
Motherfucker's a good one.
Mothership.
Machine.
Oh my goodness.
Tell us what you think about baby girl.
She said she literally pushed that mic away from me. Okay. Well, at the risk of pissing off this tiny little goose any further, I suppose we should leave. I just want to say thank you for coming on and being my Friday song muse.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a great week.
Boom.
Spending it with my Booski for her birthday. And you know what today is?
What's today?
It's a great day.
For a great day.
Unfortunately, it's okay since I have to leave, but it's still been a great day.
It has been a great day. And should we play us out with a live Friday song? Do you have I know you've been singing Hello. You got one for me about Friday, but hello?
I mean, I was thinking that, but I was also thinking,
are you going to do Hamilton?
Alexander Hamilton. But we can definitely do some hello. One. I know. Let's do some hello. Hello. Is it Friday? I'm coming in from Thursday looking for the day to celebrate. Like we were in vacation.
Okay,
help me out.
I like it. I'll do mine. Hello, it's your boo.
Ooh.
I've been waiting for you all weekend. It's Friday afternoon. It's me. I don't know the actual words of the song. Okay, well, I guess I should probably get the fuck out of here. Anyways, I love you guys. Bye. Oh, wait, don't forget to leave me a nasty, mean, vicious hate comment, please.
Yeah.
Knock me down a peg, bitch.
Actually, tell us about your hater stories.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that. And leave the hate
Like,
comment.
I've done some hater shit, and I'm happy to discuss it with you in the future.
You're definitely a hater. You're a certified genuine hater.
I actually have an amazing hater story to share with you, perhaps next time. It's not for me.
Perhaps.
It's not for me, but it's one that I recently heard about.
Ooh.
And I'd love to share it with you.
We love a cliffhanger.
Let's hear some hater stories, y'all.
Let's do that. All right. We love you. Bye.
Hello. Can you hear me? I'm from Hannah's vagina, and I am out here drinking milk.
That's diabolical. That is absolutely diabolical.